It's amazing how it just keeps getting easier and easier to jailbreak the Nintendo Wii U, and I've made it even faster and easier by consolidating all of the files that you need into one single download. So fire up your Nintendo Wii U and your PC, because you're about to level up your setup. Along with your Nintendo Wii U, you'll need a couple of things. You'll need an SD card that's formatted in FAT32, either in your Wii U or with your computer. Your Wii U will also need to be connected to the internet over a wired or wireless connection. Everything you need to jailbreak your Nintendo Wii U is hosted on my website in a one-file download. I have the link for it in the video description. Just scroll down on this page until you see the large green download button. Hover over the button and click on it to download the all-in-one file to your computer. Cool, let's get this all-in-one file unpacked. Open up a new instance of File Explorer by right-clicking and selecting the Downloads folder. You'll see the zip file with the all-in-one contents here. Right-click on it, select Extract All, pick Extract at the bottom of the window, and then once the file is extracted, right-click on the zip file and delete it to send it off to the recycle bin. Alright, let's check out what's inside this all-in-one folder. Come up to it and double-click in. You're going to find two things here. The first one is GUI Format. It's for formatting large-size SD cards in FAT32. And the other is a single folder called Wii U. I'm using a 128GB SD card for the jailbreak, so it will need to be formatted in FAT32 format. To do this, start by dragging this window over to the left side of the screen and snapping it into place. Whether you're starting with a fresh SD card or one already formatted in your Wii U, place that SD card into the SD card reader for your computer. Give your computer a moment to recognize the SD card, and you should see a new File Explorer window appear. It's important to identify the drive letter associated with your SD card for the next step. In this case, the SD card is drive letter E. You'll need to note the drive letter before you try to format it, because if you format the wrong drive in the next step, you could format your Windows boot drive, and well, that's really gonna suck. Okay, now that you've identified the drive letter, you can close out that File Explorer window. Next up, let's go ahead and format the SD card. Double-click on GUI Format, and at the confirmation prompt, select Yes. It's important to note that you need to close out any open instances of File Explorer before you try to run GUI Format. Otherwise, GUI Format won't be able to access your SD card. Before you attempt to format anything, make sure that you have the correct drive letter selected right here. In this case, it's drive letter E because that's what Windows assigned to the SD card, but make sure this matches the drive letter for your SD card so you don't format the wrong drive in the next step. Once you've verified the right drive letter is selected, click Start in the bottom right corner, and at the pop-up message that appears, click OK. The process takes only a moment, and your large-size SD card will now be formatted in FAT32. Once it's done, click Close in the bottom right corner of the window. Alright, now that the SD card is prepared, let's get the Wii U folder in the AIO file copied over. To start, open up a File Explorer window, then go to the Downloads folder. So that all-in-one file is still here. Inside of it is the GUI Format application, and you know what? This is actually a good thing to keep on your computer if you don't already have it backed up somewhere. I do, so I'll just delete it from here. Alright, here's that Wii U folder, so I'm going to take this window and drag and drop it over to the left side of the screen and snap it into place. You'll need to reopen the File Explorer window for your newly formatted SD card. So to do this, I'm going to right-click and then open up this PC. The SD card is named Wii U, and remember it's drive letter E. So I'm just going to double-click into drive E here to get to the root of the SD card. I'll take that window and drag it over to the right side of the screen to snap it into place. Now all you have to do is take the Wii U folder and then just drag and drop it right onto the root of your SD card. A quick note here, if you already have an SD card that you've used with your Wii U, you can just drag this Wii U folder over to it and then merge the contents of this folder to the Wii U folder on your SD card. As a bonus step, you can delete the all-in-one folder out of your Downloads folder and just send it to the recycle bin, and remember, it's archived there if you find out that you need it later. That's everything you have to do with your PC for now. You can transition over to your Nintendo Wii U for the next steps in the guide. To start the jailbreak process on your Wii U, remove the SD card from your computer, insert it into your Nintendo Wii U, and power on your system. From the Wii U main menu, you'll need to launch the internet browser. In this case, I'm going to use the Wiimote to do it, just to make it a little easier to see what I'm doing on screen during the process. Navigate to the internet browser icon on your Wii U and select it. In the browser window on the Wii U Gamepad, tap at the top and then enter the following web address: 𝐘𝐕𝐄.xyz. So that's �WIIUEXPLOIT.XYZ. Once you have this web address entered, tap OK in the bottom right corner of the Wii U Gamepad. You'll be taken to this website. This is the main launching point for starting the exploit process on the Nintendo Wii U. Tap on the listing that says Run Exploit, and then immediately hold the B button and continue to hold the B button until you get this screen. Before you do anything to your Nintendo Wii U, it's important to back up what's called your NAND, or your internal system flash memory, before proceeding. To do this, use the D-pad on the Wii U Gamepad to move the highlight arrow down to NAND Dumper and select it with the A button. You can just leave all of these settings at their default settings and press the A button on the Wii U Gamepad to start the NAND backup process. You'll see a message like this on your Wii U Gamepad telling you the status of the backup process. Once the backup process is complete, turn off your Wii U and then turn it back on to go back to the Wii U menu. Just like you did the first time, you'll need to relaunch the web browser. So navigate back to web browser and select it from the Wii U menu. Just like you did before, re-enter WiiUExploit.xyz and tap Go in the bottom right corner. This time from the exploit website, tap on Run Exploit and hold the X button on the Wii U Gamepad until you see this screen. It's called the Environment Loader, and it's your first opportunity to load custom software called Aroma on your Nintendo Wii U. You'll see that Aroma is already highlighted. Press the A button to select it. A quick note here, if you see a warning message about the update folder existing, that's no problem. This is an expected behavior. Just press the X button to block updates to continue. This takes you to what's called the boot selector, and there are two options here. The one that you want is already highlighted. It's called the Wii U menu. Press the A button to select it and go back into the Wii U menu. You'll see that there's a new icon on the home menu called Payload Loader. It'll be right next to Health and Safety. Navigate to it either using the Wii U Gamepad, or in this case the Wiimote, and select it to launch the Payload Loader. You'll see a message asking you if you want to check to see if the Payload Loader can be installed. You do, so make sure that the highlight arrow is on check and selected with the A button on the Wii U Gamepad. You should see a confirmation message on screen that Payload Loader can be installed to the Health and Safety Information app. Once you see this confirmation message with the highlight arrow over Install, press the A button. You'll be asked to confirm that you want to install the Payload Loader, and you absolutely do. Press down on the D-pad to move the highlight down from Back to Install, and press the A button. The process takes only a moment, and you'll see a confirmation message on screen. Press the A button to shut down the Wii U system. Turn your Wii U back on to go back to the main menu. You'll see that the Payload Loader icon's not there, but it's about to be restored. Navigate over to Health and Safety and either tap on it on the Wii U Gamepad or select it with the Wiimote. This will put you right back into the Environment Loader. Go ahead and launch Aroma again by making sure the highlight's over Aroma and pressing the A button on the Wii U Gamepad. Then at the boot selector, make sure that the highlight is over Wii U menu and press A to go back into the Wii U menu. Now when you go back to the Wii U main menu, you'll see that the Payload Loader icon is present once again. Navigate to that icon and either tap on it or select it with the Wiimote. You'll be greeted with this familiar screen, and you'll be asked if you want to do a check once again. You do, so make sure that the highlight arrow is on check and press the A button on the Gamepad. This time you should see a confirmation message that Payload Loader is already installed. We're going to set up a different boot process on the Wii U so that every time you power it on, it will automatically launch Aroma and the Wii U menu together. Use the D-pad to move the highlight arrow down to boot and select it with A. There's a listing here that says Switch to Payload Loader, and it should already be highlighted with the arrow. Press the A button to select it. It takes only a moment and you'll get a confirmation message once it's done. Press the A button on the Wii U Gamepad to turn off your system. Turn your Wii U system back on and you'll be taken right back to the Environment Loader, and you'll see that Aroma is highlighted once again. This time, instead of pressing the A button to launch Aroma, let's set it up so that it launches automatically along with the Wii U menu every time you power on your Wii U. To do this, make sure that Aroma is highlighted and press the Y button on the Wii U Gamepad. It's going to turn Aroma from white to yellow, indicating that it's been selected as the default environment every time you power on your system. Now you can go ahead and load Aroma by pressing the A button. You'll see the familiar boot selector and the Wii U menu, but instead of pressing A, once again, let's make this the default menu every time that Aroma boots. To do this, just like with aroma, press the Y button on the Wii U Gamepad to turn Wii U from white to yellow to confirm that it will load every time that you power on the system and aroma loads. Once you've confirmed that you've highlighted Wii U menu in yellow, press the A button to go back to the Wii U main menu. Your system's jailbroken and that's awesome, but it's really important that you back up the backup of your NAND just in case anything happens to your Wii U down the road. The easiest way to do this is create a new folder on your computer and just copy over everything from your SD card from your Wii U into it. So I'm going to go to New here and then create a new folder. I'll name this folder Wii U Backup just so I remember what it's called later, but you can name this folder anything that you want. I'm also going to drag this folder and then just drop it over here in the left corner of the screen underneath the recycle bin and just let it kind of snap into place so things are organized. Alright, double click into that folder so that you can access the root of it. I'm going to drag it over to the right side of the screen and snap that into place. Power off your Nintendo Wii U, remove the SD card, and put it back into your computer's SD card reader. When the File Explorer window for the SD card appears, take that window and just drag it over to the left side of the screen and then snap that into place. All you have to do is just copy over everything that's on the Wii U SD card by highlighting it, and then drag and drop all of it over to the folder on your computer to back it up. Now you can remove that SD card from your computer and put it back into your Nintendo Wii U. So you've got your Nintendo Wii jailbroken and everything backed up, and that's cool. But there's still one single problem remaining. There's really nothing fun to do with it yet, so let's fix that. Learn how to play thousands of your favorite retro gaming games on your newly modded Wii U with RetroArch. This video here will show you how to get it done.